As the war between Russia and Ukraine carries on, more people are losing contact with loved ones. A new website helps make it easier for people to check in. First News at 9's Leanne Stapleton explains how a woman from the Chippewa Valley is a part of the cause.
The main purpose of the website is to help displaced Ukrainians find each other because they are in a war zone and they're panicking.
An international group of volunteers with backgrounds in cybersecurity created a free website called deti.org, which is Ukrainian for Where Are You?
As great as it would be if they...
Kate Larson of Chippewa Falls is a co-founder of the website.
I would helping in a war zone from afar.
Larson says the request for this type of website came right out of Ukraine.
We saw from the Ukrainian IT army was that they needed a place for people to go, low resource, in order to find each other, because a lot of people were missing, obviously, with bombings and people dying and people trying to leave and get safe somewhere.
And in only a few days, DETI was up and running.
Everybody came together really fast and did it over a weekend, and that's been fantastic. So I say 72 hours because there was a lot of security testing, obviously, but my Guy Buell would actually say 48 with it. So it was actually coded in 48 hours.
Guy Buell is the one who spearheaded the project and says DETI is designed to work with very poor internet connection and load when nothing else will.
Very low bandwidth, high latency conditions. So very, very poor internet conditions where you might have half a bar of 2G of people who've lost internet connections or aren't able to access a phone line or caught up in the fog of war.
DETI was also made to be simple. Larson says you either enter your own name.
This is a good site for people to log on quick, tell somebody they're safe. Hi mom, hi dad, I'm safe. You don't have to put your location, but you can if you're really looking to be found. Especially, I guess another large need is children. As long as they're old enough to write their name, they can put their name on the site.
Or enter the name of someone you're looking for.
For example, if you have a very popular name like John Smith, that there's new entries or new updates to maybe they've switched location. You can log back on and check that.
The circumstances in which DETI was born, Buell describes as tragic.
We've been flooded with people who are looking for missing loved ones and flooded with people who declare themselves missing.
But Larson says it's already helped people reconnect.
Thankfully, we have had people who have said they were able to locate each other, and we think that's fantastic.
And Buell hopes DETI can be used in other dire situations.
Our plan is to translate it into 40 languages and gift it to the United Nations.
Leanne Stapleton, First News at 9.
Another feature coming soon is an I Need Help button. The goal is to help with food, medical supplies, or even evacuations. Those requests will be rerouted to those who can help.